Alright, what's up everybody? It's MikeFresh here along with Giant.
What's up?
And we're going to bring to you the post-fight thoughts for the Ultimate Fighter Season 14 finale. Main event was Mayhem Miller versus Michael Bisping. So
Mayhem looked amazing. He did exactly what I thought he was going to do. No, he looked horrible.
Yeah, so from our prediction video, we chose Mayhem to win.
Yes.
And of course, he did not.
It was close.
It was not even a
Right,
competition.
For all of you guys that have never seen Mayhem fight before, he normally puts on a better fight. He's a really talented guy. For this fight, though, he didn't come off very well. Obviously, he looked fucking horrible, and Bisping dominated him through the whole fight.
Yeah, I mean, first round he got a good takedown. He held him down for the whole round, so I thought he won that round.
He did, yes.
But I mean, overall, you know, he pretty much gassed out right after that. And that's a shocker because Mayhem's been in a few 5-round fights.
Against Shields, he went 5 rounds.
Yeah, and just the fact that, you know, he gassed out on the first round was pretty shocking. I don't know if it was, you know, bad camp or bad training, or it could have been what Joe Rogan was talking about the whole adrenaline dump, where he got hyped up for this, you know, this whole event.
Yeah, fighting overseas in Japan or Strikeforce is a totally different thing compared to the UFC. UFC has been known to make a lot of great fighters weaker, like psychologically, maybe preparations wise, you know, like a lot of factors come into play, and something happened with Mayhem. Normally he has good cardio, you know, he comes from great camp, so it might have been more of the adrenaline dump psychologically, I think.
Yeah, I still got to give it up for Bisping for the win. You know, a win's a win, but to be honest, in my opinion, I feel like he didn't really win the fight. More of Mayhem lost it for himself. You know, like Mayhem gave Bisping the win by, you know, just pretty much standing there the last 2 rounds. So people are gonna say, oh yeah, he had better boxing. He outboxed him. Of course, you know. Well, I mean, that guy was just standing there. He was like a human punching bag. It's not gonna be hard to beat up a guy who's just barely moving around.
I don't know. I think it was Frank Shamrock that said weak cardio makes like women of men or something like that. Like, it's true. If anyone that has ever grappled or sparred, when you're tired, you go from a really, you know, solid fighter to very weak. You know, You've had that, right? At Legends, you know. All right, so anyways, so next for Bisping, what's next for us? What do you think?
I definitely, from this fight, I don't think he deserves a title contention yet. I mean, he didn't show, like, you know, he could take on Silva.
Definitely not.
I mean, you know, like, he got taken down the first round, and although Mayhem Miller didn't do much, he was just he couldn't get out of it.
Yeah.
You know, he finally got out of it towards the end, but throughout the whole time he was just complaining to the ref, trying to have him stand it up. But you know, it's kind of stupid when Mayhem already had control of his legs.
Yeah.
You know, he had like a good position.
Very dominant. Yeah. Okay, so what do you think about him versus Sonnen? I think Sonnen wanted that fight more than the Munoz fight, which is supposed to be coming up.
Yeah, I go for that, I guess. I mean, it's pretty good. I think it would be a good fight.
So the winner of that, do you think?
A lot of shit talking on that one.
Oh, for sure. That would definitely be turned into like a US versus UK type.
Very
bullshit.
Personal.
It would be. Yeah. Sonnen talks so much shit about everyone. Oh
and Bisping takes everything so seriously.
Yeah, dude. They shouldn't put them two on the Ultimate Fighter.
I know, right?
That would have been hilarious.
Also, what's it called? I don't know if you noticed, but when Miller was down on his knees, Bisping threw a legal kick.
Yeah.
Even though it didn't connect, that was very. You know,
his elbows were illegal too. The 12-6. Did you notice that?
I didn't notice that.
Yeah, those are illegal. That's what John Jones did to Hamill, and he got called for that. Yeah. Also, another thing, Mayhem normally has these crazy entrances when he comes out for fights, right?
Yeah.
Did you notice how this fight he was like pumping up people, like throwing his arms up?
Yeah.
And then he didn't get that energy that he normally gets before a fight. I don't know if that played in a little bit or, you know.
I don't think he got to do a little dance number before his fight, that's why.
That too. He loves that.
I think he overhyped himself for the fight overall. So.
I also think he was winging his punches super hard, trying to bust to Dan Henderson and knock him out.
Very awkward stand-up, in my opinion.
His kicks look horrible for this fight.
His whole fight looked horrible.
Anyways, all right, let's move on.
Yeah.
Dodson, Dillashaw.
Good job for Bisping for winning, but no title contention yet. Dodson versus Dillashaw. Dodson's pretty explosive, I gotta say.
Dodson has a lot of power.
He has a lot of power for his
really
size.
Small guy. He's one of the smallest guys in the UFC, probably.
So we didn't pick Dodson to win.
We picked
Dillashaw. Yeah, but I gotta give props to Dodson.
Yes.
He showed that he could, he deserves that. I guess that win.
Yeah,
or
he
that,
does.
That contract.
I would like to say though that Dilla was kind of looked kind of cocky with his stand-up. Like he had his arms down a lot, so he was kind of taking him lightly. I don't know what he was doing. Showed a little bit of cockiness. He deserves to get knocked out if you're going to do that. You're not Anderson Silva. You can't put your arms down.
All right, so that's for that. Now, Diego Brandao versus Dennis Bermudez.
Dude,
that was a pretty good fight.
Yeah, Bermudez put on a good show.
Yeah, I agree. From what we were talking about, how it's going to be like a one-sided fight, it pretty much wasn't. Bermudez came out very aggressive.
Yes. And
he actually caught him a few times.
Yeah, remember I said that Brandao tends to get a little sloppy?
Yeah.
And that's exactly what happened. He got sloppy, and then
once he got caught, once he started feeling the punches, he got very sloppy. He did hit him with a good, strong hit, like towards the middle of the fight, that dropped Bermudez. But after that, momentum kind of went down. But then, Dennis came back. And dropped him with like a quick right.
Yeah,
that was amazing for just the fact that he didn't really pull back on that punch.
Or even Bermudez, he threw a flying knee also. Yeah. Like that's really good that he came out there. He wasn't scared. Like I think a lot of the guys in the Ultimate Fighter this season were just scared of Diego and didn't bring the fight to him. And they could have done better. But props to Bermudez for really putting it all out there.
Yeah, I think Bermudez would have actually won this fight if he didn't, I guess, be careless and got caught with the armbar. But that was an amazing transition.
No, Diego he's very well-rounded. He's known for being a striker, and then now he was able to fight out of getting rocked someone, which is very hard to do.
And that punch, although it dropped him, I don't think it phased him that much, because if you pay attention to the fight, once he gets dropped, he gets right up and grabs the leg, or Bermudez's leg, which ended up bringing him down onto the mat.
So he has a decent chin also. So Diego,
I mean, he did get dropped, but he has a decent chin for not, getting phased by that punch.
Yeah, so Diego's going to be amazing in the long run, and I think Bermudez too. Like, I didn't give him enough props. He really deserves to be in the UFC also. We will see him, and there's going to be a lot more fights at 145 now.
I agree. I definitely know he's going to be fighting in the UFC still.
Yes, for sure. Both, even Dillashaw too, even though he didn't make it, I think he's still going to be in the UFC.
Yeah, but I don't think, by his performance, I don't think he's going to last. He'll probably have a fight or two until he gets kicked out.
If he could win 2 fights and string together a couple of victories, I think they will keep him around.
Oh, we'll see.
Okay, then you have Edwards versus Ferguson.
Okay, so this was a little controversial in my opinion. I probably have to go watch the fights again.
Okay.
But I feel that Edwards at least would have at least won a few rounds.
Okay,
right. Ferguson got a unanimous decision, which I thought was crazy. I thought it would have been at least a split decision. He came out, first round was amazing. A lot of head kicks from Edwards and a lot of good combinations from Ferguson. That one I thought was a toss-up, but probably would have gone to Ferguson. And the last 2 were pretty much amazing also because a bunch of head kicks, some more head kicks, which I'm surprised Ferguson didn't drop on.
Ferguson might have trouble with some of the better guys that kick harder than Eves.
Yeah.
Later on, when he gets higher in the division. I give him props though, like he threw that rolling omoplata, which is very hard to do. Like, if anyone's grappled, that's hard to do. And to throw it out in the UFC at such a big show is very hard. He has a great chin, throws great counters. So, I didn't give him enough props either. So, Ferguson's dope,
Yeah, props to Ferguson, even though he's still a douche.
As a fighter, he's a great fighter, But as a person, I kind of doubt him as a person.
Yeah, same like Bisping, he's a good fighter. I'm not going to doubt that, but...
as a person.
Yeah, when it comes to...
He's also becoming a very dirty fighter.
Yeah, when it comes to rooting for people, I don't know. I'll never root for Bisping, just the fact that he's a very dirty fighter, like you said. Well, that does it for the post-fight thoughts on UFC Tough Season 14 finale. Hope you enjoyed. This is MikeFresh along with Giant.
Yo, tune in also for our... 140 fight.
Yeah, we're gonna have a prediction for the UFC 140, John Jones versus Lyoto Machida. So tune in for that. Also, leave some feedback in the comments below if you like or dislike our videos, and if you do like them, don't forget to subscribe. Just click the link on the screen. Peace.